know I was bringing them back. Y'all know I want to talk about Coach Prime. I know I want to leave Colorado out of there. Listen, do you believe? I believe. I believe. Do you believe now? I believe. Before I talk about Colorado, shout out to Ryan Williams, the 17-year-old kid. And for all you, because I know that there are a bunch of males, there are a bunch of male college football fans out there. I know this is happening. I know this is happening. If you're a dad of a 16, 17, or 18-year-old, don't be this dad. Don't be a dad of a 16, 17, 18-year-old who's a college football fan and go to your son and be like, hey, you see this kid, Ryan Williams? He's doing all this at 17 years old, and you can't even wash the dishes and keep your room clean. You won't even don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's your fault that your 17-year-old son don't have Ryan Williams genes. You know that, right? It's your fault. It's your fault that he has 2 left feet, Dad. It's your fault that he has bad eye-hand coordination. So before you go in that room and you belittle this kid because he wants to play Pokemon Go or because he likes anime and he wants to co-play or whatever it is, before you go and bother that 17-year-old kid that you have or that 16-year-old kid and say, you see the 17-year-old kid, what he's doing in the SEC against Georgia, one of the top programs in the world, just know your son is pigeon-toed and bow-legged because of you. You didn't play catch with him enough. It's your fault. So don't go down in that room bothering that boy. Leave that boy alone. Mamas, y'all the same. Don't go mess with them kids. I'm about some y'all see what this kid is doing. But I know there's some dads out there that saw Ryan Williams. They say he's 17 years old. You say, I got a 17-year-old and he won't even mow the grass. Your fault. It's your fault. You should have been more athletic. And we'll bother those kids, man. Leave those kids alone, man. Ryan Williams, 6 catches, 177 yards, and a touchdown. And Alabama almost blew the game. Well, it was a blowout. It was a close game. And then he made some catches in that game that, I mean, I was wild. I was wild at that kid. He's going to be – and there's another kid at Florida State – at Ohio State. Another 17-year-old kid. I will say this. For the same dads who are going down there bothering their sons and all like that, if you have a son or daughter and you have hopes, dreams, and aspirations of those playing high-level college football and potentially high-level basketball in the pros or in college, if your kids are in the 8th grade-ish and they're not getting private one-on-one training, you're falling behind. I'm just telling y'all, it ain't the days of when you and I were growing up, Dad. Those days are done. When you go to the park and you just play, you got to find those jokers some trainers. And not the ones that have those kids out there doing some herky-jerky that don't translate to football, but you got to have these kids training. One-on-one training is at an all-time high. And I'm also an advocate of, yes, he's 18. Okay, he's 18. Well, he's still young. It's 18, 17, and 18. Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. But get these kids some training. Let them play multiple sports. Just saying. I'm just saying. Some of your greatest athletes of all time played more than just that one sport. And then, of course, I got to end with my Buffs. I'm an honorary Colorado, a Buffalo. Colorado went down to the sweltering heat of Tampa. It's Orlando, excuse me. Orlando, that's right, Orlando. And beat UCF 48-21. Do you believe? No, I believe. And you know who hates Deion? It's so funny. Paul Feinbaum hates Deion. And it even, I watched him give him credit today, and it hurt him to the core. Like, it hurt. His face was all scrunched. Like, he didn't want to give Deion any credit. But let's pack up the Heisman. I know it's early. Let's pack it up, y'all. Let's pack this thing up. Let's pack it up. There is not a better player in the country than Travis Hunter. Not one. Dude is playing between 120 and 130 snaps per game. They got Cam Ward.
Jalen Milroe plus 225. Cam Ward plus 600. Then Travis Hunter plus, so just third right.
There's not a better player. Like, Travis Hunter could win the Thorpe Award for the best DB in the country. He could win the Biletnikoff Award for the best receiver in the country, and he should win the Heisman. Like, you have not seen, like, I was around for Chris Gamble. Like, that was my era. Chris Gamble at Ohio State. I was a little bit younger for Charles Woodson. You have not seen a player. And, like, even both of those guys, they were, like, dabbling, like, here and there. This guy gonna come, like, the only time he comes off the field is for, like, kickoff and kickoff return. That's it. Punt return. If he probably can go and catch punts. I'm sure he could. If we're talking about the best player in college football, and you're not saying Travis Hunter, I don't know. I think Colorado will win probably around 7-8 games this year. There'll be a bowl. They're going to the bowl. But if Travis Hunter did one, like, he had that interception where he was like in zone, backed off, and then took 10. I mean, it's not a better player in the country than Travis Hunter. It isn't. It is not. And if you're being honest with yourself, shout out to Jalen Milroe. Listen, shout out to you, my brother. Cam Ward, I get it. The quarterbacks always get all the love because they touch the ball every single. There's not a better player in the country than Travis Hunter. Period. And I don't see how you cannot. I don't see how you can't say, like, I don't know. Maybe that's Vegas trying to get the money rolling one way or another, but there isn't a better player in the country.
You're presenting a good case to bet on Hunter because the odds are better.
Yeah, if you got a couple dollars, I don't bet, I don't gamble. But if you got a couple dollars, go put it on Travis. And I love the fact that Deion consistently says, he goes, who better than me as a coach understands what Travis wants to do, is trying to do, damn it, is doing better than Deion? Nobody. A guy who dabbled in playing both ways. A guy who dabbled in playing in damn two professional sports. He played baseball and football in the major leagues and in the NFL. And I do appreciate that about Deion, because I believe that if Travis Hunter was anywhere else, he would not be given this opportunity to do so. I think he may be given an opportunity to kind of go and dabble maybe a little there, but to be full-time both ways, I don't think so. I think Deion is the perfect coach for Travis Hunter, who understands his uniqueness and his talent and lets him thrive and flourish in it. But if he is not your Heisman front runner right now, and when he did the Heisman, when he got that interception and he ran back to the end zone and he said, I was like, ooh, that's nice. Like, he did it. Like, he like waited for a minute. And like, I like the flair for the theatrics to understand the moment and the environment and then wait for it and then boom. That's nice. All right, man, that's it for me.